August 24th, history will be made. 8/24, not by coincidence, 8/24 Mamba Day, 2021. The Beauty of Being Wrong will be dropped, my first published book. And I'm so excited that I just can't hide it. It's your boy Dame. Subscribe to Dame's World. This Real Talk special is explaining and describing with slight detail. I'm going to give you niggas, you feel me, little caveats about the beauty of being wrong. Coming out 8/24, my first published philosophical self-help book, if you will. What is the beauty of being wrong? You may ask. A lot of people, hey, what? Wrong? Damn, I don't want to be wrong. What is it? Why does it pay to be wrong? I can tell you if you let me. But first I have to tell you what it doesn't mean in the beauty of being wrong. Wrong has levels of ambiguity. So wrongness can be in ethics, wrongness can be in the tangible reality, or wrongness can be in concept. The book deals with concept. What it does not deal with is ethical principles. Why? Because it is just of my belief that we're parts of a whole, interconnected in this realm we live in. So be it that we're parts of a whole, we were given an energy and essence that established principles before cognition even took place. Morals, ethics, ways of living. So this form of wrongness is not to be tackled. Excuse me, I dropped something. Ethical principle wrongness is not to be tackled in the beauty of being wrong. That's not the wrong we're addressing. Nor are we addressing the beauty of being fundamentally wrong. What do I mean by that? Logic is a principle in the universe that presents itself for us to determine. It is not our bald-headed or dread-headed reasoning. Human reason has to meet the principles of logic. So fundamental wrongness would be saying 2 + 2 = 5, when it doesn't. 2 objects in nature plus 2 objects in nature always make 4, no matter how we call 2, no matter how we call 4. That's just how the universe presents itself. It is fundamentally wrong to think 2 + 2 = 5. The beauty of being wrong will not be addressing that wrongness. But what it will be addressing is wrongness in concept, in ideology, in belief, in supposition, in presupposition, in theory, in thesis. The human condition is limited. We have human sensibility, which is our 5 senses, and to me, the ultimate 6th sense. The 6th sense of the universal language and the discernment of the immaterial realm. The part of your essence, again, that principled nature that is inexplicable in cognition, basically. So you talk about these 6 senses, we know that we're limited. We call them 5 tangible senses. So let's go with 5. I won't even go into the 6th sense with you niggas. But the 5 tangible senses we know are limited. You can't hear like a dog. You can't smell like a fucking cat. You feel me? You don't have the sensibility of all sentient forms, of all life forms in this world. So your human condition is subjective and limited. Also, not only do you know that as a premise, that your sensibility is limited, is not all sensing, you know you don't have all the experiences of the world. So your sensibility, your individuality, combined with your relativity of experience, helps shape how you see things and how you conclude things. Some niggas believe in a higher consciousness. Some people don't, based on their individuality, their sensibility, and their environment. Who's right, who's wrong? We don't know. If we can argue it, if it's able to be argued, like I said, we're not going to argue whether or not 2 + 2 = 4. Fundamental rightness. But if it's able to be argued, that means it has enough ambiguity for you to not assume that you're fundamentally right. And when you assume fundamentally right, it gives you an obstinate nature. It gives you a hard-headed nature about yourself. The beauty of being wrong is assuming wrongness in these concepts and ideologies. Why? Why would you assume your shit to be wrong? You can have your belief, you can have your theory, you can have your thesis, but to assume it wrong means to open your mind to the many different portals of life that contradict or contrast your way of viewing shit. Why would I do that, Dame? Don't you want a bigger mind? Don't you want to broaden your outlook on things? The beauty of being wrong precisely shows you niggas that opening your mind to new experiences, new outlooks, new ideas, new perspectives is something that you can't get with traditionalism. Knowing that your way of doing things is the right way. We have chapters like the ugly of tradition, the ugly of construct, because we know these things train us and condition us to assume that our way of life, our relative way of life, is just the right way, when it's just a way. So many different customs, so many different traditions, so many different theories to whatever you theorized in this realm. The beauty of being wrong gives you permission to seek elsewhere and broaden your outlook. Not only does it do that, but it gives you a better chance to connect with humans. If you don't think you're right about everything, imagine a right-wing Republican and a left-wing Democrat in a conversation, both thinking they both are right about everything. You're going to see friction. You're going to see divide. You're going to see what we see today all the time when we see political parties clash or different ideologies clash. Pro-mask against mask. Can't have a dialogue together. The beauty of being wrong is assuming, okay, my position may not be perfect. So let me listen to their position. Let me see what, they have to offer. Let me see their account. Let me get an understanding, not project my rightness onto their belief and opinion. That's what we do today in society. We project our rightness about things. Oh, it's for sure like even something as arbitrary as the best. In the book, I tackle LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, just my growing up of hearing these arguments consistently and how there was a consistent, deliberate attempt to propagate LeBron James as the best player in the league, as if the best is not something so subjective. There cannot be no definitive best because the beauty or the best is in the eye of the beholder. If you think he's the best, that's fine. But don't tell me that I should think he's the best. The beauty of being wrong is having an understanding that your best player is just your best player and not the best player. So when somebody else comes and tells you, hey, man, my favorite player is KD. Yeah, I think KD the best player in the league. The beauty of being wrong is allowing that information to process without cognitive dissonance, without that mental friction of contradiction of two ideas that makes you feel like you're about to die, which makes you niggas hop in fight or flight, which makes you niggas argue definitively back while you're right. There is no beauty in being wrong in today's society, which is why this book is going to change the paradigm. The beauty of being wrong. Another example I could give you real quick. I want to meet the 10-minute mark. I believed Santa my whole life. And when I was taught he didn't exist, I threw a fit. Why? Because the beauty of being right, or the ugly of being right, niggas told me a fat white man gave us presents, a complete lie, and once I was gifted with the information of truth, I couldn't accept it. That explains the today's society. We're gifted with lies through education system, and when the truth comes to fruition, we can't accept it. The beauty of being wrong is not accepting the lies to begin with. Not accepting what you were fed as the way of life. We're going to go past 10 minutes, fuck it. as the way of life to begin with. Once I realized my perspective wasn't right, I enabled growth. Whatever it was I thought I knew. If I thought I knew I was right about something, the moment I realized I had to deconstruct myself in order to enhance myself, that was the moment I grew. I wrote The Beauty of Being Wrong because I felt the beauty, and I constantly feel the beauty. When you take a L, think about when you take a L. Every L is a lesson. That's the feeling of wrongness, a L. When you win, it's confirmation bias. It's a feeling of rightness. There's not much growth from winning. There's just euphoric and basking. Euphoria and basking when you win. Celebration, victory dance. But when you lose, you got to go back to the drawing board. You got to figure out. You got to gauge an understanding. The beauty of being wrong exemplifies why losing and telling yourself you're wrong, which may be a hit to your ego, only constitutes growth. A L is comparable to being wrong. If you took an L, you didn't do something right. You could have fixed something. It sits you right in that seat of the beauty of being wrong. Then we got chapters like the beauty of comfort. The ugly of comfort, excuse me. These are counterintuitive statements, so the average mind may not even be able to accept a title like the beauty of being wrong, because in our realm, in our egotistical realm, it pays to be right. You look like a fool if you're wrong. But which one constitutes growth more? How can you be right with limited sensibility? What is rightness if it ain't the fundamentals that we created in a construct, or that exists beyond our human conception? 2 + 2 = 4, whether or not we discern it or not in this material world. Donald Trump was the 45th president. That's a fundamental truth. We're not going to argue things like that. But whether or not God exists, we can't prove these things. Whether or not who was the first person to begin, how did life start, we can't prove these things with our human sensibility. What definitively is time? These things that we have theories about and multiple contrasting theories about, it's best to realize that you don't know. And I'll end it with this. Socrates said, I know nothing. I'm bringing these quotes to contemporary society. I know nothing is just like saying, it's just like embracing the beauty of being wrong. To walk around like you know nothing is to live in the beauty of being wrong. Now you're a doughy-eyed kid, gauging and understanding at all times 24/7. Knowing you know nothing. To walk around like you know some shit, now you see some shit with a judgment. Because you already have the knowledge of what is. So when you see something that isn't what is, you might scoff at it, or you might not be receptive to it. I know nothing. So I go into all of these engagements, the doughy-eyed kid when we was 3 years old. The beauty of being wrong, baby. I could show you better than I could tell you. Right now, I'm telling you. But once 8/24, Kobe Day, it's a reason it's dropping on such a legendary day. It ain't coincidence. It was happening like this before I knew it was happening like this. So when that motherfucker dropped, I firmly believe society will change, and may not be tomorrow, but over time, with a piece like that, society will shift if it reaches the masses. The people who it will reach, inevitably it'll change. Inevitably. Sparked the mind once I got the idea. It's not my idea. It's not my idea. I'm not in charge of the signals I receive. I just receive them. This is grand design. Grand design. This is, to me, is an opinion. Again, the beauty of being wrong means I'm not sure. But to me, that's divine intervention. Can't prove it. Somebody says, no, it's not. The beauty of being wrong is listening to them. Why you don't think it's not? I'm not finna project, no, you're wrong. The beauty of being wrong is me always being wrong. So I can gauge the understanding in concept, in theory, in supposition. You want real discernment? Assume wrongness. Then you'll learn how to weed out 2 plus 2 equals 4, which is fundamentally correct, from Usain Bolt is faster than Dirk, which is grounded in our realm, obvious, from LeBron is better than Kobe, which is just arbitrary, opinionated, relative, speculative. People be like, it's for sure, he's for sure, clearly. They have never felt the beauty of being wrong yet. It's your boy, Dane. 15 minutes. I ramble all the time. But I'm just letting you niggas know it's coming. It's here. It's August 8th. I dropped this on 8 just because. Not just because, nigga. It's all connected. August 8th, you're going to see the premise. 8/24, you're going to see the product, man. It's your boy, Dane. If you got any questions about the beauty of being wrong, any ideas, anything triggering you when you see the title, let me know. Mr. Beauty of Being Wrong is right here, baby. All questions to be answered. It's your boy, Nobody Knows. Dame, aka Nobody Knows. You feel me? Holla at your boy.